Okay, come. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. We're the Desert Trumpets. We out here, week in and week out, to prophesy the downfall of America, the hopes of the rising of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. Right? We know that what Babylon the Great, which is America, shall be utterly destroyed. 2/3 of our people are going to have to be destroyed with it because they are joined hand in hand. The Lord said, if they join hand in hand with the wicked will not be unpunished, right? So a lot of our people are in cahoots with this system. I mean, whether they understand it or not, they are, right? But also in these last days, what things are rising up as far as what division, right? So this is a place that's full of division, proving that this place is Babylon the Great, right? So this place that ought to be destroyed. World War III, the micro C hip, is about to be the next prophecies that we're ready to foresee, and yeah, that's what we're hoping for. That's our hope, that we may be part of that elect number, Lord will. And so we want to give all praise and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Yeah, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists in the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom. Yeah, to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Ahwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. So basically, I'm going into a lesson just showing that prophecy is always happening right now, right? So we have Jake is taunting the Edomite supremacy, or these Edomites now, right? Because that's proving that's prophecy, that's scripture coming to life in what they call it, real time, right? Because there's a taunting proverb is happening right now, right? You got France collapsing, and you got Jakes all over TikTok basically taunting France for collapsing, right? They're speaking and laughing and joking and making mockery of France and the Edomite colonial supremacy, so-called white supremacy, self-proclaimed white supremacy, and they're mocking you. Then you have the what's the dude, the Charlie Kirk, and Jake's are on all over YouTube and TikTok mocking this devil, man, right? Because he had always had something to say about so-called black people and gang violence and this and that. But what about white on white violence right in the middle? And that is, and you know what? That is the funniest thing. Right when he got to saying about gang violence and they were speaking about mass shooters, is exactly what right when he's talking about that, he gets shot in the throat, right? You know, and can you get that one scripture, because it kind of reminds me of that, because the Lord said that you're supposed to you're gonna those that open their mouth, that you have to basically rebuke them sharply. Those that I'm trying to think of how the scripture goes, that their mouths may be shut. There you go. Who mouths must be shut. It's mostly talking about Israel, but here it is, this Edomite. You're in a situation where your mouth must be shut, and that's what do they call it? Is that ironic or even poetry, so to speak.
Somebody shut his mouth.
Yeah, somebody shut your mouth, right? It's poetry that while you're talking about mass shooting, which when you're trying to blame Jake for being the criminal, when really truly 50%, that 50% of crime is actually 57%, and that 57% is actually so-called white men, self-proclaimed white men, right? Your math is not math, and how can 13% create 50% of crime? It doesn't even begin to make sense anyway, right? That means that means how much crime are Jake actually getting away with? So how would you even know these things, right? So you got a bunch of data that you don't have data to. You're just saying a bunch of things. If Jake is getting away like that, they must be the best criminals in the world, which we know they're not, right? Because the Lord said they're shot as children.
Every Jake is doubling up on crime.
right, yeah.
You gotta be committing at least twice as
yeah.
all of y'all, you know.
Right,
what I mean?
yeah. You know what I mean? You creating crime for 2 or 3 people at one time. You know what I mean? Every day for 57% of crime, which really belongs to the so-called white man, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man, right? We know who you are. You self-proclaimed yourself that thing, right? So, but it's mockery, yeah, right? So Jake is mocking you Edomites, man. You so-called white people. It's your time to get mocked, right? Because that's what they did. They called us what bywords, right? It is a curse. The Lord said it's in Deuteronomy. You should be known by proverb, right? And now it's your turn. It's your turn to be known by these things, right? Go ahead.
So this is Titus 1, and I'll start at 10. And it says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers."
Hey, and that's what he was. He was very fucking unruly, man.
Yeah.
And in talking vain shit, a bunch of statistics that's not even real, right? That's your science falsely so-called statistics, man, right?
He was good at pontification. You know what I mean? He could out-talk you, double-talk you, try to make you look like the fool if you weren't fully, aware of the argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's good at what, because Pastor always talk about that, about people, strong man arguments. They're good at bringing up a strong man argument.
Yeah.
And you can win with a strong man argument even though you're fucking absolutely wrong. Right? And it'll look like you're winning. Mm-hmm. Right?
You just need to get the crowd on your side once or twice. Ooh! And then once you do that, then they everybody, they'll never hear what the other person is trying to say.
Yeah, they'll hear, but it will go out one in there out the other. Yeah. It's irrelevant. Whatever else you say now, it doesn't really even matter, because not to mention so-called white people want to believe these fucking things anyway. Yeah. So it ain't hard to make them believe, right? Oh, we can get that too. The simple believe it every word. We get that
Jake,
after that.
Yeah. Jake want to believe it as well. You know
right?
What I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, they just simple too. Jake is simple little motherfucker too. Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I noticed online right now over this Charlie Kirk madness is that Jake is the one in defense mode of Charlie Kirk the hardest. It's mind-boggling.
Right.
Like, thousands of your own people died the same time this devil died, but you concerned with him. Concern yourself with your own house,
Yeah, even this thing with the bus or something, or the train, and the dude killed the dude. Well, what about that? Actually happened here in Phoenix, and it was the reverse. And none of you said anything. It was a white man killed the black woman. She was coming off work. She was very tired. She was asleep on the bus here in Phoenix. The white dude came up behind her and cut her throat while she was asleep on the bus. And nobody said any fucking thing. None of you Edomites had anything to say. All you righteous motherfuckers who are unrighteous don't have shit to say, man. Right? And he said he wanted to start a race war. So you're complicit to this shit. That's why you didn't say any damn thing, man. You complicit because the white man's ready for a race war while you niggas is walking around being on dumb mode. You want to smoke weed and hookah and party and bullshit. You man, hey, dude, these white people are ready for a race war. While you ready to smoke some more fucking crack and sell some more crack and do a bunch of fucking nigga shit, they're saying they got nigga fatigue, man. They got black fatigue for you. And really it's coming from the Most High, man. The Most High got nigga fatigue, man. And he's about to show up on you, man. About to show up on you fucking niggas, man. Right? Hey, you're gonna take off the gloves, man.
Yeah, because you know it's hypocrisy from Trayvon Martin all the way down the gauntlet and all the way back up. These black folks have been killed. When that boy killed Trayvon, y'all celebrated that.
Yeah,
y'all bought him all kind of shit. Y'all gave him
bought the gun.
Y'all bought the gun.
They bought the gun.
They funded his defense, everything. You know what I mean? And basically he got off.
The dude sold a fucking pill. The dude, hey bro, worse than that. The worse than that fucking shit with the Charlie Kirk shit. This dude made a picture of Trayvon on the ground dead and made a picture of it and sold it into a like a body pillow and fucking sold it. His dead body as a body pillow, bro. Man. See? I wouldn't even. Now I'm getting mad. Like, bro.
Nah, it makes you. Hey.
You know.
Oppression maketh the wise man mad. Man. You know, bro. Old girl that they Brittany Reiner, or is that in there? That they ran up in her house and killed her in her sleep.
Right.
The police did that. There was no outrage. There was no outcry. There was no niggas on podcasts pontificating and elaborating on it and how we shouldn't hate. None of that. You know what I mean? None of it. But you niggas is ready to push this whole, shit. And he was a small hat as well, wasn't he?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he spoke against a small hat. That's why everybody they're saying there's a conspiracy behind him being shot. Why he all of a sudden got shot. Yeah. And then one guy said that not a Jew texted him because prior to this, he's been speaking against Israel, and they asked him to come to Israel to speak. I guess he wanted to speak about what's been going on. Dude turned it down. They said, so this is a week ago or 2 weeks prior to him being shot, he turned down visiting not a Jew, and then not even 3 minutes, 2 minutes after he got shot, Netanyahu put a fucking tweet out saying come and visit, which is almost like a taunting. Like he said, hey, well, do you want to come visit now? Yeah, now, now you're gone. You should have came and visited.
Yeah, he was basically commemorating.
And you see his bodyguards and the thing, they kept making little gestures, hand gestures. The dude touched his hat, the other dude touched his arm, and they were showing how this thing was like signalized. They were signaling. They were doing baseball signals in the time for him to get shot, man. So yeah, you Edomites, you're not smart. You're not bright. So you'll fall for the what's that shit called? Psyops. You'll fall for the psyops. You know? You know?
Yeah. Hey, and it was all meant to do exactly what it's done, which was get chaos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, brewing up.
Brewing
up. Yeah.
And this place is starting to turn up. You know what I mean? It's turning up. Different areas. Hey. Prophecy manifesting itself. Continuing on in verse 10, it reads, especially day of the circumcision.
Yeah, especially these niggas up here talking shit. Oh, what was it? Man, that dude he didn't give a fuck about he
hated niggas.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Because when you're making points like that, where's his respect for the dead? Right? Because that's what you're trying to say, that our people are supposed to have respect for the dead. Well, where's his respect for the dead? Though there was black on black crime, someone died. To keep bringing it up as a talking point, the way you're bringing it up, you're not saying, hey, you know what? Let's do something that we can help you people. Let's do something that we can do it. No, we're gonna do it so I can have a strongman argument, so people go, ooh, yeah. What about Chicago? What about Chicago though? What about Chicago? You know what I mean? And that's all it is, a strongman argument. What about the white on white crime? Right? What about the white men? All the white men that shoot up schools and the dude who went through the hospital with a needle. The Edomite was going through there poking people up with Hep C. That was an Edomite, man. He was going through the hospital hitting people with needles, man. What about that? What about you? You're the youngest country in the world, and you spend more time in war than in peace. What about that? Why not point out those bullet points? Those very, very, very important talking points about who the fuck you are, man. Right? You're the murderer of the earth, man. Right? Go ahead. Oh, can you get the other one? The simple belief without every word.
Okay, let me finish this, Titus. It says, whose mouths must be shut, be stopped, Salakia, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake.
Subverting whole houses, right? Starting with the so-called black woman, right? You taught her how to be in love with the master, that she would go against her man, right? So you can make weak men, right? So now you got a bunch of weak, effeminate, emotional men that shoot each other. And see, you don't want to point out that you're the reason why we're the cocaine and the heroin and all the different drugs and the guns came into the community, that those so-called people in Chicago was able to even do that shit, right?
Hey,
you don't want to talk about the problem, the reaction, right? Or a true solution. Your solution is, well, really, it's to kill us, and then ultimately, what? For the elite, it's the chip you, put a charagma in you to permanently enslave you. That he have the souls of men, man. Right? You really truly want to be God, man. That's the whole thing with that, man.
And you got it too. Hey, their solution really was to start to killing us and then put us on killing each other co-pilot or autopilot.
Well, they did that. That's what I was talking about with the drugs.
It just wasn't happening fast enough.
Right.
So now they ready to, you know what I mean?
Well, they want to push it. They're pushing the new world order. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, because they want to be able to have the souls of men. They want to be able to control. They want to be able to be God. They want to use that. They want to use their hopseer, their palantir, where the palantir comes from the hopseer, and hopseer means a gospel, and the gospel of an Edomite is weapons, man, and that's an advanced military surveillance weapon that chooses targets to kill, right? You know, and that's what the palantir, that's what the hopseer is all about, right? And that's what they get ready to do. So this whole thing with Trump coming in, there's a couple of reasons why he's doing that, man. Right? It ain't just one reason, right? Because the stock market could be crashing pretty soon, right? People are talking about that. The dollar's not doing well, right? So he's probably putting those military in position for that reason. And then also it could be he's putting them in there so when the palantir comes in, when they do the surveillance, it makes it easier that no one basically bucks up against them bringing in all that advanced surveillance, you know, because you're gonna go on complete lockdown. Oh, even that, because they keep bringing up the CV-19, right? You keep saying hospitalizations are going up. They keep talking about all these different diseases, the kissing bug, the mosquitoes that are CV-19 born, right? They're born. They say the mosquitoes have born pathogen of CV-19. This is what China's saying, right? And so they're putting the thing out as America's putting travel restrictions, right? So it's another way of like a psyop, showing you, oh wait, someone traveled to China and they must have got bit by one of those bloodborne pathogen mosquitoes that had the CV-19. So that's why all these things are happening. So they're foreshadowing what they're about to do, man. Right? Go ahead.
What was it that you wanted?
Simple, believe it every word.
is Proverbs 14. And I'll start at 14, and it reads 13. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways.
Right. Hey. He was proud. He was doing a lot of what's the Charlie? He was proud. Charlie Kirk. He was doing a lot of fucking talking. He was doing a lot of proud talking. He was proud, talking all this bullshit. He was laughter. Yeah, you black people, but really, you niggers, you're nothing. You're nobody. Yeah. A bunch of condescending things. Yeah. Come on, man. Go ahead.
It says, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
Right.
The simple, verse 15.
Right. A good man will be satisfied, and he's in a position where he there's nowhere for him to be satisfied. Someone just shot him in the neck, man. Right? They shut him up, man. Mouths must be stopped, man. And especially you niggas, man. And you next, man. Right? What?
It says, the simple believeth every word.
Right. You a lot of you are simple, man. You see this psyop and you just believe everything. You know what I mean? You're in an uproar. You're in a tizzy. You got your panties in a bunch over some shit that you don't even know it's real, bro. Right? They wanted to. People know that stuff because they were saying that the presidential thing might have been a green screen when they were doing the swearing. They was thinking that some of those things was green screen, and they was thinking all these different things that so people know that they can make things look real and make things look a certain way, right? You know, these things are all symbolisms, right? Because like even one of the brothers said, he said this could mean something. It could mean that a symbol is saying that the elite's about to come after you, Jake's throat, because this dude got shot in the throat, then the chick was supposed to got cut in the throat. So what is that saying? What is that symbolizing? Right? All around the greatest psyop, which was 9/11, right? September 9/11. Yeah, right? That was a great psyop, and a lot of you believed it.
I think most of that was done either right around or on the same day.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, after closer examination of that training situation, it's clear as man. You know what I mean?
Hey. Yeah, because there was blood in the seat. They said supposed to
on
be
her hand, none.
It was blood in the seat. It's supposed to be she got cut in the neck. She wasn't supposed to be on her monthly. There was blood in the seat.
Yeah.
And then there was blood on the thing, but it wasn't all over the windows and all over there. It was made like she fell down, then all of a sudden there was so-called blood pouring down there. Yeah.
If you get stabbed in the neck has arteries in it that squirt.
Because your heart is pumping.
Right there. So it would have been all over the hand. You know what I mean?
She didn't even grab her neck.
Didn't even grab. Yeah, right.
She did this.
Like, I didn't get proper training in acting class.
Nah.
This is what it more resembled than any kind of. The brother had his proper training. He was you know what I mean?
Jake is
extra dramatical.
Hey, he's Jake. Jake don't mean much.
We
do everything. You know what I'm saying?
But the end result of that looks fake as.
That's stuff we used to do playing as kids. Just to have fun. We do fake little scenes, movie scenes, play house. We do different things. You know, man.
Cops and robbers
and
bang,
shit.
Bang. Dying for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So, we got that in the bag, bro.
Verse 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Right. So if you are smart and prudent, really you would have to listen to the men of Great Millstone, man, and the men with the likewise doctrine. If you were wise and you were prudent, man, you will foresee the evil, because the Lord said the days are evil, man. Right? The Lord said you're supposed to be redeeming the time. Can you get that? Not unless you got a precept. You get a precept.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, redeeming the time for the days of evil. You get that? That's ultimately where we're at, man. We're in the time that you're supposed to be, man. You got to be on a swivel, man. You got to be paying attention. Even when I was a kid, I remember that, and I'm like, man, the water to your how about you, I still remember that, and that it really resonated with me when I was a kid. But I used to hear older people say that all the time. You can't believe everything you see, and you can only believe about half of what you hear. Don't believe everything you hear, everything you see, and only believe half of. No way, you can't believe everything you hear and only believe half of what you see. That's what they used to say, right? Because especially with this new technology, you've seen it. You're like, nah, that's my eyes. I see that. But with movie magic and shit, and with all these different things, and these crisis actors, did you really see that?
Yeah.
Right?
And even before all of that, I mean, when you consider it, you have people like Chris Angel and other. So your eyes aren't always going to give you. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll play tricks on you. What you thought you saw, you didn't. What you did see, you missed.
Oh yeah, the guy who was in Vegas to do the magic. Yeah, he was bad. He was badass. Yeah.
You know, you're looking dead at him, but you didn't catch what just went down. For you know what I mean? Yeah. And no cameras, no nothing. He just did this shit right. You know, And
shit, I seen one of the things when they were showing it with the cameras, and they had cameras in every view. And you still couldn't tell what the hell he did.
What he just did to make what happened happen. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you got a couple of those cats like that. You know, and then they come out. A lot of those cats is Amalek.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The magician, them deep motherfucking magicians. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think was it the elder went into that.
Mm-hmm.
He went into that in the matter of fact, we could probably get that because he went into that thing of them being subtle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
so this is Ephesians 5, beginning at 14, and it reads, "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead."
Hey, the wake now that at sleepest. Who is that? You so-called Black, Hispanic, Canadian. We're asleep. We're dead. Right? When the Lord said the little young woman, the damsel, she was dead. But what did he say? She was asleep. She's just asleep. But this says awake that are asleep. You're not dead, but you're dead to your culture. You're dead to your understanding. You're dead to your God, to your power.
Can
right?
these bones live?
Right. So now you have to wake up and rise up and wake up and realize we are the true Israelites, man. Right? These things wouldn't be going on the earth right now if the Lord didn't wake up the elect, man. Starting with the apostles, man. Right? Making sure that the 100% doctrine is out there, because there's plenty of other Israelite camps, but they would never have the 100% doctrine. Right? The way they keep changing the understanding of the MOTB, the way they keep changing from there was no hell to there is a hell to there's all sorts of madness.
Other nations will have rulership in the kingdom.
Man, all sorts of madness.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mermaids.
Right. Yeah. I mean, come on.
You know, you got that broken clock that's right still. You know.
Right.
The Sabbath is.
Go today. Yeah. Every Friday.
Friday to Sabbath. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, continuing on, it says, "And arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light."
Right. And arise from the dead, and Yahweh Shai Hamashiach shall give you lights, man. And really, you have to be called. You have to be chosen. You have to be called to come to this, man. Ultimately.
It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly."
Oh yeah, and that's where we're at, man. We're in the time that you have to walk circumspectly, right? That whole Charlie Kirk, that was nothing but a psyop, right? You don't know if your eyes. You don't know what your eye. I think the one. I don't know what you. Oh no, yeah. No, I think the. Yeah, but you don't know what you're seeing. You don't know if hey, your eyes could be playing tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what Esau is, man. He's a magician, man. He's here for the trickery, his magic, his to trust in his monthly prognosticators, You know, this is Babylon. They are the Chaldeans, man. They believe in their witchcraft, their left-handed magic, their left-handed wizardry, right?
It says not as fools, but
Uh-huh.
as wise.
See, you can't be a fool in this thing and realize we're in the land of our captivity. We're under our enemies, and our enemies are not going to come against us, right? They're going to give you. This is why you're into the public fool system. This is why you're in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, right?
And grooming you for generations.
Right. They didn't. Who brought? It's proven fact that the CIA, the FBI, and the military brought in the drugs, man. But we're supposed to have compassion for the Edomite that gets shot after he running his freaking mouth, man. About a bunch of things, about a bunch of pseudoscience, man. Right? Science falsely so called. Right? You know? That's ultimately what that is, man. But, you know? So we're supposed to cry for this guy, man? No. Right? You get that? Science falsely so called?
No, I'm getting Habakkuk 2 and 15.
Okay, come.
And then it reads, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Right,
You know,
come.
and that's basically what you were saying. You know, you devils bring in all of these different things. You know, you set it up, you put it in motion. Hey, and the brother Malcolm always brings that up. How you know you leave trains and are wide open with these switches and all of these heavy armaments.
Yeah, they
you
did
know what
it,
I mean.
yeah.
You bring the drugs in, like the brother
Yeah.
said. You put. There's no poppy fields in the city. There's no gun manufacturers. There's no Jackson and Jackson gun manufacturer. You know, it's Smith and Wesson, two white boys. It's Winchester, another Edomite. So it goes on and on. You know, hey, these poppy fields, the cocaine, the heroin, the synthetic. Right. Hey, this is your pharmaceutical companies. You know what I mean? Procter and Gamble. You know, Johnson and Johnson. And the list goes on and on. These are the people that are bringing these things in and putting them to Jake's lips.
The DuPonts.
The DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Rockefellers. The list goes on and on. You devils are the one that do it. Then you put the camera on Jake and look at that. You know what I mean? This is what you people do. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him and makest him drunk, also that thou mayest look upon their nakedness.
Right, yeah. Now it's look at it. Look at these niggas. Right. After you brought in the drugs, after you made the conditions, now it's look at these niggas.
Right.
Look how wild and savage they are.
Right. Stack them on top of each other.
Put them in projects, stack them on top of each other, but you don't want to take on the responsibility that you put them in that condition, man. But the whole thing about that is there is a God, and He requires the things of the past. Yeah. The Lord gonna require that about you, man. The Most High gonna make you pay.
Yeah. You wonder why there's rampant adultery in the city? Because you got people stacked on top of each other. Neighbor listening to the other neighbor plow his heifer. Now what's he thinking about? Plowing his heifer. And it's just constant. You set all of these things up in motion. It's your wicked society. And there's plenty of land for everybody to have at least an acre's worth of land.
Not to mention he sets up the thing for her to have. It speaks about her having a was it it's in Isaiah 3 about her having that eye, her it's 3 and 16.
Let's get it.
You know?
It said Isaiah 3 and 16?
I believe so.
This is Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
There you go. Haughty. All that pride. Right? Yeah. And you set up the conditions for the woman to have pride because you place it that a woman can pass a man. And now because of the police and a husband should be able to check his woman, right?
Yeah.
Watch, here you go. Watch, it's gonna say it.
And walk with stretched forth necks
necks
and wanton eyes.
There it is. That's what I was saying. Now, a man should be able to check his woman when she got wanton eyes, man.
Huh?
See? And the thing about, the crazy thing about the things that they talk about, the jakes in the neighborhood, the gangsters and the pimps, the one thing about them is they knew something that a regular, average, everyday Jake didn't know. They would check what you doing? Were you over there reckless eyeballing? What you doing? Put yourself, and she'd be like, but you as a regular dude, you don't know how, you know, that's okay, she could do that. Yeah. And then if you thought to do that, she go calls the police.
Yeah. Your whole simp come out.
Right?
What I mean?
So you set up the conditions for her to have the haughtiness, the stretched forth neck, and the wanting eyes, man. Mm-hmm. Right? So she can have that pride so she can call the police, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And not only that, you created these metropolitan cities where she doesn't literally need her husband.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? She can leave him and you will take care of all her whims.
Yeah,
and now she can be a full-on whore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she could sue you,
Yeah.
divorce you, sue you,
take
your money and spend it on some other nigga,
right,
wilding out, having all sorts of orgies and sex and all sorts of things with your money.
In the home that you produce. Because you got to leave. In Esau society, you leave the home when she decides she's going to be a whore. Right. You got to go. And you got to pay her to be that whore.
Right, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that's what Esau created.
Yeah,
right.
That's what they call alimony,
you know?
Right?
She gets to keep your kids, your seed, she gets to keep.
Right.
Wicked as hell.
Right.
When the Bible said, hey, she should go, hey,
with nothing. Yeah,
you get out, you came with nothing, you leave with nothing.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? It says, you want me to keep going on that?
But that was pretty much the point I was trying to make.
Yep.
But if you want to, if you see something else.
No,
that was just kind of the point I was trying to make.
Continues their disrespect. You know what I mean? And now in this society, hey, Eve is on a full on. She's followed after the Edomite woman, and now she's taking that Edomite and leveled up on it. You know what I mean?
And what's crazy is, quiet as kept. Shh, come here, let me show you something. Let me tell you something. While you trying to be the white woman putting blonde hair, the white woman is getting thick. She got a nice body, man.
Yeah,
she looking.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if y'all know, but the white woman looking extra good right about now. While you trying to look like her, she done got thick, and she looking. Did. She done.
Yes, she did.
Been around looking at y'all, learn how to kind of have a little rhythm and shit, man.
Got it almost looking natural too. Yeah.
Man, hey, we don't need. And then you got that loud mouth. You won't shut the fuck. Hey, why deal with you?
Hey, and what's the difference?
Who needs to eat?
Well?
Right.
That Edomite woman gonna work out. She gonna be thick with the tight tummy. You know what I mean?
She gonna be eating that Whole Foods,
Sprouts,
and taking care of her body, taking the probiotics, and all sorts of things.
She gonna go that extra mile to make sure she still look appealing. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like you gotta love me when I'm, a size 220.
And she'll help you. If you got business adventures and things that you're thinking, Eve. But she don't want to help you just because she figure you're gonna make good money and you're gonna leave her. Something's gonna happen. She don't want to see you do good. She ain't gonna help you build a thing. But then if you ever got the money, like I was just watching a thing right now. The dude was trying to get the lady Eve to sign a prenup. She said, no, I ain't signing that. Whatever you make is mine. He's like, no, man, you gotta just sign it. He said, my lawyer said you need to sign this. She said, no, whatever money you make is mine. Now, mind you, not one time did she say whatever I make is yours too.
No.
So that's a telltale sign for him to get the fuck away from her, man.
Yeah, you dodging the bullet.
You dodging the bullet, bro.
You know?
Right?
You're just stepping. Yeah.
Oh, go to that Genesis. The Genesis, is it 3? When he talks about, or is it 2? He talks about the serpent. Oh, going to the blue letter. I think you guys going to the blue letter. Brother Lawrence. when he says he's the cunning beast of the field.
Genesis 3.
Or subtile, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Is it subtile?
Yeah.
Subtile. Yeah, and then look up that word subtile.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'll get it in the NLT. Genesis 3 and verse 1, NLT, and it reads, "The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai had made. You know, and we understand it's not, wild animals. It's people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the beast is talking about the people. Yeah.
KJV says beasts. They say wild animals, but those wild animals, those beasts, are people, different nations. You know what I mean? There was 18 nations. Contrary to what Christianity, again, with their stupidity, that it was only one Adam and one Eve, and then they got made babies, and then their baby, their eldest son went off and married some older kids that they had before he had him, and those kids moved and created nations.
But it tells you that when Cain slew Abel,
right.
Cain went somewhere else and got a wife. So how did he do that?
Right. That's how I was being sarcastic when I said their first child went off with children that they had created before their first child, because it was only Adam and Eve. The stupidity of you Christians and your religion, man, and your and it's crazy how you can be smart devils in every aspect, but when it comes to Christianity, you lose your damn minds, man. And because what happens is you have to create a scenario where you were always there, you were always on top, and somehow you're, the end all be all on knowledge with this thing. But hey, these times, these moments, the Most High is revealing you to be less than what you really believe that you are. Far less. It says, one day he asked the woman, "Did the Most High really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" Right. And verse 2, "Of course we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden," the woman replied. And that was her that was her second mistake. Number one, she's wandering around on her own. Number two, hey, why are you talking to him?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Hey, if he had something to say, you should have went and got Adam. So Adam could have dusted his ass off. But nah, you thought you were privileged, as you are now. And that's why Eve is just ignorant with the shit she do, man. In anybody's face, right in front of you. Just she's rude, man. She's rude. Right. It says verse 3, "It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat."
Right, that Edomite philosophies. Right? Thinking going into, because that's what Eve was saying. She could be her own man, basically. You know what I'm saying? Right. She could be her own man. She could be her own boss. Yeah. Right?
Adam can't tell her what
nothing,
to do.
Right. Yeah. Ain't no nigga. You ain't my
my own mind.
Right.
Yeah. And it's absolutely stunning to see how these scriptures just make so much sense, man.
Oh, you know what I mean? There it is. I found it. Right. Oh, because going into what you were saying, I finally found it. It says Ecclesiastes 3:18. "And I said in my heart," la'ah, the mind, "concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the power Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai might manifest them, that they might see that they themselves are beasts."
Right. So yeah, that goes into that discernment, what the scriptures is actually saying. Eve wasn't talking to a damn snake. You know what I mean? Right. And not only that, Eve wasn't, the philosophy wasn't
And a snake
an apple.
And a snake is also referred to as a beast. When you go into Acts, the Apostle Paul got bit by a snake, and the men said he got bit by a beast.
Right.
So was it a snake or was it a beast?
Right.
So you gotta understand that they call them beasts also, but that snake being a beast, was it a snake or was it a man? Because snakes can't talk.
And who,
right?
Who was it that was told to eat the little roll?
And
because the apple. When you know what I mean, they use the apple for that knowledge.
Ezekiel.
But Ezekiel was told to eat the little roll. What was that little roll? That wisdom and knowledge. You know what I mean?
Right. Food
right.
for thought.
Food for thought. You want
Right.
no goddamn apple.
Right.
Another one of them Christian fallacies.
Good. You good? I just had that one piece.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah,
That's good.
that was it.
Oh, going to that word.
Okay.
Subtle.
So here it says shrewdest, but let's go into subtle. And let's see. Strong's H6175.
I think we're going to the root.
Strong's H 6175. Arum.
So we got a bus right here that you probably can't hear. So it's Arum, I would say Arum.
Yes, Arum is Arum.
Yep. And
because when you go into the root, it'll say Arum.
I go.
So you go into the root.
It actually says it right there, translation, Arum.
Yeah.
Yep. But they are, they're going to translate it according to what Amalek understands. So it's subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible.
Yeah, crafty, sly. So what are they doing with these psyops, with these fake killings, and the chick didn't even grab her neck?
Right.
It's a psyop. It's a crafty. What did it say? What is it?
Shrewd.
Shrewd.
Here, let me go to Salakia. I went to the root. Shrewd, crafty.
Oh, crafty. Yeah, that's what it was. It was crafty. Shrewd. It's crafty. What else?
Sly.
Slide. Yeah, slide of hand. They slide. They you get me? That's all it is.
Yeah. At one point, it had a sensibility to it. It's not sensible now because Esau is getting he's getting sloppy.
Right.
And what he does now, it's no longer sensible. Because now he's in a rush. He's recognizing his time is being cut short.
Right.
So like he's not moving
like
with
the Irish
same,
dude said.
right.
Did you see the Irish dude? He said that. He said the Irish dude said he was right around I don't know if it was David Rothschild or one of the Rothschilds. He said, Rothschild, you rushed it. You rushed it. Yeah.
Right.
That. He said, we're the Israelites and you rushed it. Yeah. And that's what they're doing. They're rushing it.
Yeah.
You rushed it.
And so now they're not moving with prudence anymore. But it even has that prudent, sensible, prudent, shrewd. They're still shrewd because they've dumbed down a society to the extent where even in their even in the lack of shrewdness, the lack of cunning anymore, you still have an entire society that doesn't see it.
The simple believe it every word. We just read it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, it's simple enough to believe anything.
Yeah, it's a gift. You know what I mean? It's a gift from Yahweh Shem Yahushai to those he's initiated in order to see these things. Other than that, you're blind to what's
He even wake up some of the heathen. That's why that's why they were able to break some of this stuff down. That's why that's why I seen it on the they were showing on the TikTok. I think it was a heathen, it was an Edomite. He was showing how they were doing the baseball signals right before he got shot.
Yeah.
So people are starting to wake up. Now I don't know if he's an Edomite who looks like an Edomite.
Yeah.
He's an Israelite who looks like an Edomite, or he's just straight up Edomite. But the Lord is waking up certain people to see that everything ain't what you see, man. It ain't what you think it is when you're just looking at it. You can't look at everything for face value no more. Right?
Yeah, because even that one that was showing the illusion of old girl. You know what I mean? He showed where the pentagram was in the picture, where they, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Esau was bringing his symbols in and doing his little thing. And if you're not of the initiated, you're not
Right.
going to see it. It's just going to, oh, that was the Dallas Cowboys hat. No. That star on there was meant to be brought in right at that moment for
Right.
a reason. Everything that he does has symbols in it. You know what I mean? Whether or not the sacrifice of Charlie Kirk, you know, because hey, we definitely believe he's been, you know, deleted, but that deletion was a sacrifice. You know what I mean? And the things that are happening, hey, we believe that, you know, hey, oh,
But
girl,
maybe
that was a
even
psyop.
then, because he could truly still be alive. That could have been fake. That could have been movie magic. Because you know, you watch movies and the dude they shoot and the blood shoots out when you watch movies. So, I mean, the small hats do run Hollywood.
Hey, they're full of trickery and cunningness.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna get the root word of this real quick, and this is again. Strong's H6191, and it's Aram.
Strong's H6191.
No, it's Aram.
Aram.
They say Aram, but it's supposed to be Aram.
Well, the first one,
They gave you the real one, the first one.
Right,
it's
right.
Aram,
It says to be subtle, be shrewd, be crafty, beware, take crafty counsel, be prudent, to be crafty, be subtle, to be crafty, be or become shrewd.
Right.
You know? And that shrewd is basically in the way you deal with, you know, like they used to say, Obama, or you got everybody playing chess, and Obama was playing three-dimensional chess. So you got to be shrewd when you're dealing with people, you know what I mean, in different things.
With 10 steps ahead of the game, sort of speak.
You're
or 2
moving,
steps ahead, or whatever,
you know,
however they say.
and that's why I always like chess, because you're moving traps. When people are moving aggressively, you're moving into positions where as soon as they make this move right here, now they're in a trap that they can't get out, and as they back out, you just chase them down and lock them in. You know what I mean? They can't do nothing. You know, and
Locks them in.
Yeah.
War, strategy.
You know what I mean? Strategy.
Which they call corralling.
Right.
What they call it, corralling, and which that's what Trump is
Esau's
about to do.
doing right now.
Corral you.
He did it, and see, the thing was, he already did it with these highways and these byways and these things that surround the city. Those were done, ages ago in order for this moment right now that's coming.
Well, it makes sense because the freeways is the king's highway. Those belong to the elite. That's why you will see the sign. It'll say interstate, and it'll have blue meaning representing righteousness, and then the red is over the top representing the Rothschilds, showing that they're above the rest of the people. They're the 1% that rules over the regular people, the regular blue collar people, right?
And a good illustration of that as well is when these elites, like your presidents or these diplomats, these high-ranking diplomats, or Rothschilds or somebody, when they come into the city, they'll shut the whole goddamn highway down for these people to move without impediment from one location to the next. They'll shut everything down, and they'll move 100 miles an hour from one location to a next, so where they think they're safe, you know. Right. And that's what it's all about.
That's crazy because one day I was on the freeway, I was driving, and a highway patrol all of a sudden flipped on his lights and started swerving through the freeway like this. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm thinking. And then come to find out later, the president had just came in. So he basically did like slowed down all the traffic, basically put everybody at a halt so the president could come in and, like you were saying, go where they need to go.
With no impediment, so that no one can get them and trap them in any kind of situation, you know. But hey, that's why, like the brother said, it's you know, and it's meant for, you know, it has nefarious purposes, you know. Our people just use it like it's, you know what I mean, a means to get from point A to point B, but they had other intentions when it was created.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the time for those intentions is almost at hand.
Oh, you good? You done? That's
good.
Yeah,
that was it on that. Yeah.
Go back to that Mount Zurich. Go to that Habakkuk. That's all. Going to the Habakkuk 2 and 5. and then go down, because basically that's where we're at, man.
2 and 15 or 2?
No, 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5, and it reads. I'll start at 4. Behold,
when you got all this this cunning, shrewdness, this craftiness, basically that's being a magician. Yeah, my thing for that. What you call it? It's like a job off.
Yeah. I got you.
But
Keep hearing it.
yeah, because they for a reason it wasn't working. All of a sudden, it's hit me all of a sudden.
Hey, that's what we're doing. So he's like,
yeah,
I got you now. You ready?
But yeah. So basically, yeah, when you got all this cunning, shrewdness, this witchcraft to do, it brings in what? Your pride. You have a level of what is that? Matter of fact, so say it. But
so this is Habakkuk 2 and beginning at 4, and it reads, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right.
But the just shall live by faith.
Right, yeah. See, and because of that, he's lifted up. He got this pride about himself,
Yeah.
right? But the whole thing about that is, you can never expect for this guy to actually do anything good for you or good for humanity, because his soul is not upright in him. Because think about it, these Edomites got trillions of dollars. America is supposed to be at one time it was the richest country in the world and have the most powerful military. What have you done with all that power? What have you done with your so-called science for humanity? You haven't did anything. People are still poor. People are still hungry. People are still got diseases and body. So all these things, and you ain't made a difference in the world, man. The difference that you did make was bringing more pain, more hurt, more atrocities, right? Stealing people's gold, uranium, vibranium, all these different things. Their oil, their gold, their silver, their diamonds, their platinum. You're going around the world saying you're doing humanitarian things, but really your Red Cross, your UN is actually graping the people that you're supposed to be there to be humanitarians about, right? So you didn't do nothing but furthermore put more affliction to the trees and the air and all sorts of things that you do to the earth, man, and to the world and to the people, man. The whole, what is it? The whole earth is in groaning. Mm-hmm. The whole earth is groaning because of you, man.
I got a quick precept.
What?
This is Psalms 10, and beginning at 4, it says, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High.
And that's that guy.
Yeah.
Because where your spirit is not upright, he's never going to seek the Most High, man.
Mm-hmm. It says the Most High is not in all his thoughts.
Yeah.
Hey, and as far as this devil, he's really just not in any of his thoughts, man.
Yeah, not at all.
You know what I mean? It says,
besides fighting him,
right.
He's preparing using his technology to fight the Lord.
Yeah.
Right.
His ways are always grievous.
Right. There you go. See, everything he do is all grievous. Always grievous.
Always.
That's a perfect.
It says, thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Yeah. Because he can't see that his end is coming, which he kind of sees. He sees it, but then he don't see it because he feels like he's going to be able to win.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
And that's why I got this. Because this is exactly this devil right here in America. It says, as
in the world,
all
right?
his enemies, but it's
especially
this
one in
devil.
Yeah.
You know
They're using this one. They're using their military
right.
Because what is it? America's the military might. Europe used to be their financial might, and then the Vatican what was of course their so-called religious thing, but you know the religious thing is falling apart.
The whole
The money is falling apart
apart
because you had the Brexit, and then you're the
military.
you're the iron mixed with miry clay,
Right,
so you're
right.
falling apart. So then you're in your military. What, America hasn't won a war
Since Vietnam.
No, you didn't even win Vietnam.
No,
so
yes.
you
Well,
haven't
that
won
was the
it-
beginning of them. Yeah,
you haven't
know
won
what
a
I mean?
war.
And the only thing the nations are afraid of really is the
Just
fact
the
that
missiles.
they know
That you have
America's
missiles.
the only one that ever
Actually used the
launched,
missiles.
right, and used
Right.
that on a nation that was surrendering, that had surrendered. You know what I mean? So hey, you know, the nations know that this place, and that's another reason why when the time comes, man, the nations ain't gonna hesitate to get at this place, man, because they know if they don't, this place will not hesitate to obliterate, you know what I mean, these other nations' children's, families, grandparents, you know what I mean? Hey, they will destroy anything in their attempt not to go down. You know what I mean?
Well, their whole thing is, if I can't have it,
Right,
nobody
right. If
can.
I can't have the world, I'm gonna
Nobody
blow
can.
everything up and kill everybody. You
Because
know what I
they
mean?
know as soon as you shoot missiles, it's going to allow all the other countries to shoot missiles.
Right.
So missiles are going to be shot everywhere. So whoever shoots the first missile, every other missile is going to go off.
And that's
So
what-
they're going to. If
Yeah.
I can't have it, nobody can.
And that's why this devil came up with MAD, mutually assured destruction. You know what I mean? Once one goes off, and that's why Russia has what's known as the dead hand.
They're dead.
So if they got sensors that if they sense anything as far as radioactive and seismic, it automatically will fly over and trigger all of their systems to engage. So they don't need nobody standing over the button.
Right.
Brilliant. Do
Right.
that
two,
shit if you
two
want.
keys.
Right.
One person had to have a
Right,
key, and the other person had to have a key
Nah,
to turn it, and we got to turn it at the same time. No.
No, soon as these sensors, they sense any kind of radioactive and any kind of seismic activity combined, it automatically engages that system. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful, man, hey, that's a beautiful name for it as well, the dead man's hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, boom. Hey, it says, verse 5, for all his enemies he puffeth at them. And that's what this devil does, man. He even though he knows he ain't won shit, he still pushes his propaganda like, you know, hey, we the baddest. Nobody beats the American, you know what I mean? Right. But from Vietnam to Afghanistan and every point in between. Like he sent over his big bad boy bombers and they couldn't even sufficiently bomb Iran in order to stop their nuclear program.
Right. Yeah.
They just, you know what I mean? They just moved it
blew up
over
a
to
bu-
somewhere else.
They
And
blew
now-
up a bunch of. Hey,
Right.
they were smart.
Right.
They said they powdered it in with dirt. So when you blew it, you blew just the top up, and most of it was just dirt because
Right.
they piled up the dirt.
and they
So
had already
proceeded-
moved
Yeah.
what they needed to move.
Right.
So now you causing the very same aggression that you're afraid of, you're causing it by these preemptive moves that you make for Benjamin Nottage or Milkowski. You know what I mean? That, you know, all of your moves are now stupid. There's no more prudence in your actions, Esau. You know what I mean? Your slip is showing. You know?
Right.
Hey, and the Most High said what? He gonna uncover you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
You
like
know? Go,
someone
what is that?
that do
Go over the river, lift up
with the card trick. You have
Yeah.
the card disappear, but we can see the
Right,
cord
right,
that you're gonna
yeah.
pull through.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Nah, I can see that. The cord. So when you pull it through, I know you're gonna pull like this and say, oh,
Right.
it disappeared.
Right.
You
All
can
of
see
your
it.
tomfoolery is being made manifest. You know what I mean? Like the brother, you can no longer hide what you're doing. We see both your left hand and right hand. We see what you're doing. You
Right.
know? And again, hey, it's just the initiator.
Yeah, because his right hand, if he
Yeah.
does something good, his right is still cruel.
Right. Hey,
Right?
yeah.
It
Yeah.
shows you.
Hey, and the scripture says that too.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is that?
It's a Proverbs.
Right.
Yeah,
The wicked is cruel. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know, he that is evil to himself, to whom can he
Yeah,
be?
it's-
You know,
yeah.
good. The scripture goes on and on.
A righteous man is good to his beast, but
Right.
but if
You know, this
But
devil, but he's being made bare. You know what I mean? You know, the Most High is lifting his skirt, and you're seeing all of the stench. You got it?
oh no, where you at?
I'm in the verse. Let me go back to where we were in. I just wanted to bring that. We're in Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah. It says, so Habakkuk 2 and 5, it reads, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And we see that he's everywhere. He's in all lands. He's down there in Venezuela. He's down there. He's over there in Thailand. In the middle of the East China Sea. He's over there telling them
what the fuck they gonna
do.
do.
Right. And now China's like, you know what? Okay, you want to be in my backyard? Guess what? Hey, Venezuela, we got your back. If this sucker come down here, hey, we gonna get at him with you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And guess who we bringing with us? Russia.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, Russia already visited
you know
Venezuela.
What I mean?
Gave him one of their, I believe it's Venezuela, gave him one of their Su-35 jets, gave him 2 of them.
Yeah.
They got their Su-35, Russian Su-35 jets, which is one of the top jets that's out there, right? It's the best, man.
Yeah.
Russia don't mess around when it comes to military weaponry, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It says,
I got this one real quick. Proverb. I got this real quick. It says it was Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. Let me see if I do it in I guess I'll just do KJV. KJV. It says a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And we've seen that, man. We've seen that with Esau all down through the ages, especially from slavery on. The way he treated, like if you have slaves and those slaves produce your income, why would you turn and treat those slaves like anything more than something that's valuable to you? But the only value he got was insuring us through these insurance agencies for the trip over here. You know what I mean? And all you niggas run into the insurance companies to insure different shit. They used to insure you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that's how they made their bones.
Right.
You know? And man, this devil got some payment coming, boy. He got some payback coming. You know? But again, hey, he's cruel to everything.
Right.
You know?
And that's why you said right hand, left hand. We know what you're doing because even if your right hand is cruel.
Yeah.
Right? Because right hand represents righteousness, and even if you do something right, what it says, I think it's an apocrypha. It says when he does something right, he how it go? He grieves it or
yeah,
something like that.
It grieves him to do right. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Go ahead on that.
So continuing on in verse 5, Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, neither keepeth at home. So, you know, he doesn't, number one, America's not really his home. You know, his home was over there in the, not even the Caucasus Mountains. His home was, I believe, south of Israel in Petra. And what was the other one? Mount Petra and
Mount Seir.
Mount Seir. That's his true home, and he hasn't been back there, shit, since he left out. You know, and he was run up into the Caucasus Mountains, and he hasn't been back there since he came out. You know what I mean? And he's going all throughout the world and taking what's not his. You know. But he was given that, you know what I mean? He was given that gift of the sword, and it had to be worked out and enacted. So he's just fulfilling what's his destiny. You know what I mean? It says, who enlarges his desire as hell. So he's got to have everything. You know what I mean? He's got to have. He's got to have you. He's got to have your organs when he terminates you. There's no satisfaction. He's not satisfied. It says, and as death and cannot be satisfied.
Right? Yeah, because
you know what I mean.
He is as death, like, because there's a such thing when it goes to on earth as it is in heaven, right? When it goes on earth as it is in heaven, that's for the Israelites. The Israelites are not going to die, but death is forever. For all you other nations are still going to die. So his desire is like as hell. Hell represents the grave, right. which is where dead people go is the grave, and there's always going to be someone dying. So he will always have an urge to fulfill his desires, and it doesn't matter who he rape, robs, and murder to get it, to fulfill his insatiableness to have everything, to be able to control everybody. Especially since he has this power to do so, because it tells you that what most people have. There's an old saying that says power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what this guy has. He has absolute power right now, right? So he's absolutely corrupt, right? And he ain't gonna do anything else but do that until it's Obadiah 1:18 time.
And he wants that immortality. That's right. That's really what he wants. He wants that birthright back, which goes into he wants to, but if you're seeing how he's destroying there's animals that's distinct or instinct, and they're no longer here, right? The dodo bird is no longer here. Some of the things that animals and insects that used to be here, they're no longer here. If this devil goes on forever, it tells you no flesh will be saved. If this devil keeps going on, man. Yeah, hey, that's the irony of him wanting to be immortal, but he's destroying the water, the air, the ground, everything. He's destroying it. But so if
what
you
would
were
you
to
rule?
be immortal,
what would you rule over?
You know what I mean? How would you rule? Where would you rule? You know,
proving the same thing when it talks about him. I know they say that it means him being insignificant, but it also proves when you go to is Isaiah 30? Not Isaiah 30. Isaiah 31 or 30, when it talks about him being when it talks about how he was younger than I. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Daniel. Or,
no, it's Job 30. Slack it.
Yeah.
On Job 30.
Than I have me in derision.
Derision, right? And I know that a lot of people use that as insignificant. Basically, say, or he's he's insignificant, or he's narrowly looked upon. But also, it goes into him just being a child. Because you think about it. Only a child would think, I want to rule everything, but you're not putting in your mind of all the things that you're actually destroying in the midst of trying to control it like a kid. You know, you tell them no, that you can't have all this fucking cookies. You can't have all these cookies because it's not good for you.
And break the cookies.
They'll say why, and you just say, look, son, just listen. Then you walk away, you do that, and they'll go in there and sneak and to eat all the cookies anyway, and then their stomach is hurting. And then you come in, hey, what happened? Why your stomach? Oh, you got chocolate chip cookie.
Did you eat the cookies? No.
No. At that point, they don't have no choice but to say, because their stomach hurt. Yeah, I ate all the cookies. And now see, son, this is why I told you don't eat the cookies like this, because it's not good for you. And that's this guy's mentality. He don't know what's good for him, right? What person rules in that fashion? What would you rule over? But that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? He said, fuck it, I'll have the AI, and then I'll have a couple of little servants, and I'll micro C-hip them, even though the micro C-hip gives everybody the C word, right? So hey bro, dude is bro. Oh shit, boy, this dude's devil. You got that? I got this one real quick. The one I was telling you about. Ecclesiasticus chapter 14. verse 6 says, there is none worse than was it envious than he that envieth himself. Wait, is that what I said that right? Envious? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, there is none worse than him that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. See, well, that's what he forgets, that there's going to be a recompense to his wickedness. You're gonna get paid back. There's a payment for that, right? Right? Because read means do again. Come meaning with, right? And pinch meaning pitiful, sorrowful. You're gonna feel sorry. You're gonna be, what did they used to say? You're gonna be sorry you did that, right? So, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. But see, his thing is he don't really have regrets until it's far too late, right? And it says, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. Yeah. See? Yeah. And say if he does, so we know the right hand and the left hand, because if he do good, that's his right hand, he do it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness, right? And that's where he's at, where Donald J. Trump is at right now. They gave you the Section 8, the Doge, the what is it called? Thing with the job. No, I already said welfare. Doge and whatever.
Doge is him
not
taking
Doge,
everything away.
Yeah, I'm not Doge, but the EDI, the EDI, or however it is. DEI. What's the other one that they used to always talk about in the 80s and 90s?
We're basically
affirmative action.
Yeah, affirmative action.
Right? Yep. They gave you these things, man.
Yeah.
And now they're taking it all away, man.
Hey, and used one of your own to take it away. Hey, that was
showing you his wickedness.
Because he used that the one Supreme Court Clarence Thomas. Mm-hmm. He used him to help get rid of that affirmative action.
A so-called Negro?
Yeah. The very same thing that got him where he's at. He dismissed it as no longer necessary.
Well, that's our people though.
Yeah.
As long as they good, I'm good now.
Right.
Yeah, but what about the people that come after you? You're fucking 80 years old. You're about to die soon. What about the people that come after you?
Father.
But I get it. They would have eventually raised someone else up to do it for you. But you doing that would have gave us another 40 years, maybe 80 years before they could put another Jake up that high to do that.
Yeah.
So they can use him as the black face with the black face.
Right. Right. To do harm to his own people.
Yeah, because that's all it is. That's blackface with a black face. Well, I'm not a white guy. If I put on blackface, they're going to say something. But if I use a token nigga,
right,
I can put him up there in the forefront and see, it was not me. Kind of like vocab. When he was using the Jakes, that was coming over, and then the Jakes was coming, you the black Hebrew. And then vocab was like, I didn't say that. He said that.
Right.
Well, who did he come with, man? Yeah. You know what that was, and you knew he was gonna say that.
Who gave you liberty to speak like he's speaking?
Right, man.
Ooh, mine in the green. I don't understand.
But
so back in Habakkuk 2:5, when it reads, his desire is hell and his death, and cannot be satisfied.
Right. Going back to the thing, you know what I mean? He the one who brought in the drugs and the coke and the crack. He can't be satisfied. He already had us in slavery. God damn.
Never really let us go.
No, you don't want to let us go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Got worse after slavery, you know.
Right.
Because after slavery is when you had the Klan, Jim Crow, redlining, sharecropping, where they would sell you everything you needed, and then basically take everything from you.
Use the bank and say you
You know what I mean?
Going back into debt.
Right.
Right. Where they at right now? Which go ahead, keep going. 'Cause that's what we're about to get into.
Prison slavery.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Oh, you ain't got nowhere to go. You loitering. All right, come here, arrest you. Now you can go back to prison, and now we can use you as free labor again.
Chain gang.
Chain gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of these atrocities and abominations, ghettos. You know what I mean? You had communities that were thriving.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Right.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun line. Let me tell you about the gun line.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. That's what that was that time, because that's basically what that was. Because they was from New York, and then they was and they were proving, man, we came from New York. We just got. There was no way if you actually did some investigation, there was no way they had time to kill that man and do what the fuck there was no time. But they didn't want to look it up.
No.
Oh, you some niggas, a white man died.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. Boom.
You know, lucky we don't lynch your ass before you even get that. The movie would have been over with in real life.
Well, they wanted to put him on the chain gang though. Yeah, they wanted to. Because that's what they were doing. They're out there making little big rocks and little rocks. And that's what we're gonna do to you, Esau. We're gonna make you make big rocks into little rocks all day.
Hey.
And sometimes it'd be for no apparent reason.
Hey, and then
like
at night
at least they were doing that to build a railroad or something like that. We're gonna make you do that shit, and it's gonna be ops. Go ahead and sweep that up, clean it up. Were you gonna build something here?
No.
You gonna put a build? No. I just need.
At night, you're gonna have to make little rocks into big rocks, and you better have them back big in the morning, or it's gonna be a problem. Hey, I intend to brain fuck him, man. At every moment, it's gonna be so cerebral what the intentions are doing to this devil, man.
Yeah. You guys, you have spiritual power. You can haunt their dreams.
Man,
you can go in and be in their dreams.
If I can't make these little rocks big, it's gonna go good. You know, constantly, man.
Make him feel like he's running. So when he wakes up after working a whole day's work, tired, all day long, all night long, your mind is running. You're running, so you didn't really get no rest, and then you got to jump up again and start working. Oh, man. Bro, man, that's crazy. Because that's pretty much what you did to us. Because that's what we go through every day. We got to dodge. Like much people say shit about Tupac. He said a lot of good shit. He said, look, you're talking that bullshit, but you're coming to this neighborhood with a flat jacket, a bulletproof vest, a gun, a taser. He said, but we live here. We don't have any of that shit, and you expect us to walk around like we're not scared. You know what I'm saying? We're going through that.
Right.
No, but we're scared of our neighborhood. Like because if you're saying that this neighborhood is that dangerous that you got to come with all that shit on, then what about us? We live in this very dangerous neighborhood.
Multiple
but what about
clips. Yeah.
But what are you doing for us?
Nothing. You know?
Right? What comes and helps us in this very dangerous neighborhood?
And when you understand it, it's him that's causing the chaos and confusion in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We know that because that's what they said. I used to know this dude from LA a long time ago. He was telling me that he's from a blood neighborhood. He was telling me that the FBI or the police will go around, wear blue rags, yell out a fucking gang, shoot up a blood, and then sit back and basically watch them shoot it out, start a war, and it really be the police. Then it wouldn't be till years later they found out, after they done went to war for years, that they found out, oh man, that was really the police that came by and shot your shit up. It wasn't us. They just yelled out. I'm like, man, that wasn't me. It'd be them locked up in prison somewhere, and he'd find out, man, they said it was your hood. Nah, that wasn't us. We was down over the war.
Right.
Like, damn.
You know?
So we've been going to war for what, 30 years?
Hundreds of dead
bodies. Dead body, and come to find out, it wasn't you.
Niggas don't be using prudence stuff. Just finishing that off.
But you know, but that's Esau. He studies you.
Yeah.
That's part of that. What we're saying, that cunningness. He studied you. He moved the hand gesture, the thing. He threw up the sign the right way. Who else is doing that? To them, that had to be a nigga. He threw up the hood the right way. Yeah. Everything. He yelled out the hood. That had to be that hood. So we came back, shot him, and now we're going back and forth. Come to find out it was the Pope, the one who put a what is it? A goddamn what is it? Those big ass canisters, the things they bring to the ports.
Oh, container, yeah.
containers full of guns, full of weapons, right in LA, and then left it open with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Left the gate open, left the yard open. No, because normally you have yeah. Normally you have those little junkyard dogs or whatever or something. You have no dogs, no nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Guns everywhere, bro.
But hey, all of that was for right now. These moments right now. You know, and you got them dumbass Jakes talking about we got switches. Man, you have no idea that the military has a whole other grade
What up, man?
of firepower, man. So when you shoot your shit, it puts a little hole. Military grade is gonna tear a leg off, rip an arm off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Put holes in you like that. Military grade ammunition.
But we gotta. It all has to happen because that's actually prophecy too.
Yeah.
When you go into that, because it said, oh my. I already said that.
You said, oh mine.
You said it.
I'll take it fast.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
Hey,
Focus, brother.
yeah. But yeah, that's prophecy though, huh? Because when you go back into the Second Esdras, it says that they should do it. It should be within their power, right? It's within the power of them, and so that's that has to happen, right? And which, yeah, they gonna kill. Like I said, they're gonna kill a lot of Jakes, but the Lord know how to preserve the wicked for the day of evil. So there's gonna be a lot of Jakes that get preserved, right? Because how is Judah gonna be a terror in Egypt if they just go and kill all of them? They're not gonna kill you all, right? Because you're gonna have to fulfill prophecy to be a terror in Egypt. So yeah, it all has to happen. It's within their power, right?
What it's really going to do in a large degree is separate the weak from the strong. So what you're going to have left after you kill all the weak is a bunch of strong ass Jakes, 2/3 Jakes that's ready to get down and get nasty with you.
Right, they're gonna be a terror to you.
They're gonna terrorize your ass.
Right, yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
So this is finishing off Habakkuk 2 and 5. And is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Right,
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Right, that's this place, this melting pot. They gather up to him all nations.
Listeners, how are you doing today?
How you doing? Shalom.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, that's this place, America. He heapeth up to him all people.
It says, verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him.
And see, that's the point I was trying to make. Because what? Jakes are starting to laugh. They're laughing at the Charlie Kirkland. They're laughing at France is collapsing. Their empire is collapsing, right? Jake is finally taking up a proverb against you, right? A taunting proverb against you Edomites, man. You self-proclaimed so-called white people, what? You getting a taunting proverb against because why? You're the one who made taunting proverbs against us. Oh, you're just lazy. You're this. You're wetbacks. You're just drunk engines. You're just all these different things that you came up with, right? But not knowing that we're the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the Israelites. We are the children of the Most High. And the Lord is going to make you pay for the things you've done. Put us in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations. You are going to pay, man, for bringing in the drugs through your FBI, your CIA, right? Because we know that you've done these things. Because what? The Freeway Rick, his story is proof that the CIA had something to do with it. That Congress knew that you were bringing in the drugs, right?
COINTELPRO, what is that?
Yeah, COINTELPRO.
COINTELPRO.
Yeah. You saw set it up to destroy us, man. Matter of fact, there was a FBI that worked for, I don't know, was it Bush? But he even said that he said, yes, we brought in drugs to kill the blacks and Hispanics. Their own CIA said they know why they bring in the drugs. To kill you so-called Negroes and Latinos, man. But see, y'all love those so-called white men. See, but the Lord don't love them, right? The truth don't love them, because the truth finds them out to be the devil, the wicked, the border of wickedness, man. The so-called white man is the borders of wickedness, man. Right? Go ahead.
And a taunting proverb against him and say.
See, and now that's what Jakes are doing, and people trying to say, oh, You can't say that about Charlie Kirk. You can't be like, and you got these are Jakes that's up there talking that shit, right? But what about when they was talking and laughing about our dead ones? What when they was talking about us? Oh, you just some lazy, pull yourself up by your bootstrap. But they ain't telling you how there were so many rich black towns, and you came through and bombed them and destroyed them and took the money that we had.
Flooded them out.
And flooded them out.
And not only
You
that,
don't tell them we've been picked ourselves by our bootstraps.
Jake's so
right?
worried about Charlie Kirk, but how many hundreds and thousands of other people died at the same time Charlie Kirk died, and you have no concern for him? How many of your own people? You know what I mean? And you have no remorse, no concern, no grief, just, this damn devil. You worried about this damn devil constantly.
Right,
Constantly.
but there's a lot of Israelites that's in the right spirit.
Yeah.
So in the right spirit, they doing what?
Man, and a taunting proverb
Yeah, they're
against
making a
him.
taunting proverb against them, man.
And
Because there's some
say-
Israelites that's in the right spirit, man. Right? They might be 2/3, but they in the right spirit, bro. To taunt you, man. To laugh in the taunting proverb. But
Woe to him that increaseth that
Right.
which is not his.
hey, your judgment is around the corner, man. Your judgment is right around the corner. America's not going to be thriving much longer, right?
How
Talking
long?
about your economy, right? So they're laughing at, because you got to think these economies are interconnected. America has the world reserve currency, so you got the world reserve currency is attached to all these people like China, Japan, who holds the bulk of America's debts. So once the American dollar collapsed, China, Japan, France, London, Spain, Portugal, all you places, all you people are gonna collapse, man. Because all of you are interwoven, all interconnected with this place, man. Even Russia. Because when it was time for the CV-19 and the lockdown, they made their people get, so guess what? It said the Lord said they're gonna triumph, he's gonna triumph the world. Right? He says he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. That's talking about the whole world. Right? So even Russia is gonna get down with pushing the MOTB, man. The world is gonna get this, man. They're all interconnected to the dollar bill. You're all gonna be interconnected with this digital currency, man. Right? Go ahead.
It says, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing. And heap it unto you all people. Wait,
Salaki, I went
what I'm
back.
about to say?
It
You
says-
what I'm about to say?
Again, it says, verse 6, it says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Right, yeah.
How long?
America was never yours. Well, the world, right? Said you got it by the sword, and it wasn't yours, but it is yours because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But we know you stole it. So how long that him worketh that which is not his? Go ahead.
And to him that laden himself with thick clay.
Yeah, what debt, right? What you can you go into the blue letter? And if you go into the well, I always do the amplified, but you can go into the, I think even what's called is pretty good one, that NLT. I always do the amplified, but I think the NLT has a good one on that one too when you read that one.
It says Habakkuk 2 and 6 in the NLT, but soon their captives will taunt them.
Right, see? We're the ones who's in captives unto him, right? The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and that's what they're telling them. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you making fun of him now? It said soon your captives, that's us, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, what?
Will taunt them.
Hey, and we're taunting you, man. Jake's, it's all over TikTok laughing at France that their whole their economy is collapsing, that France is broke. Everybody's like, France is completely broke. They don't have any money anymore, right? Right along with Germany. Germany's the next one that's about to be completely broke. Right along with all you Western nations, you're gonna be completely broke, right?
The only reason America hasn't felt it yet is because of what's known as that quantitative easing, and the fact they just print their own money out of thin air.
That makes
You know what I mean?
makes the money weaker though. That makes that's gonna speed it up.
It says,
But yeah.
they will mock them, saying, "What sorrows await you, thieves?"
Right. See, and that's what's happening, man. See, great sorrows, and that's why Jake is laughing at these people, man. That's what's happening, man. That's ultimately what's happening. See, that's prophecy, bro. That's what you Jakes are lacking in. You're lacking in understanding, right? That's all prophecy. That's in the scriptures, man. They were supposed to mock them. All the Jakes that were in the right spirit and laughing at these motherfuckers, bro. They were in the right spirit, bro.
It says, "Now you will get what you deserve."
Hey, see, and now, hey, that's where you're at, man. Have you become weak as we? Are you become a third world country too?
Yeah.
That's what about to happen,
Yeah.
right?
It says, "You've become rich by extortion."
Yeah, there you go.
How much
Taxes.
longer
How
can
many
this
times?
go on?
Hey, you get taxed and taxed, then tax again. They take your money out before you touch it. Then everywhere you go, there's a tax. You have to get homeowners insurance, car insurance. Hey, man, you have a cell phone. You got to get insurance on your. Speaking of insurance, you got to put insurance on your cell phone.
Hey,
You got.
speaking
Life
about
insurance.
homeowner, you can own a home and somebody can steal that home right out from underneath you. You actually have to get home insurance, LifeLock, because somebody can come, get your information, print out some shit, and then basically take out a mortgage on your home without you even being aware of it. They can,
Right.
mind-boggling. You know what I mean? And if you don't have anybody monitoring and watching it, by the time you realize it, you're being evicted from a home you may have already paid for, owned, and now you're in debt in that home, and somebody else has skated away with all the equity out of your home.
Yeah,
right,
now you're
right.
upside down. Yeah.
And there's nothing that you can do. You
about it.
just got to take that bill on the chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how this devil creates his society.
Right.
It
Right.
says, verse 7, "Suddenly your debtors will take action."
Wait, you're who?
Debtors.
You're debtors. And see, and that's ultimately what this society is about. Especially in America. America is full of debt. America's in debt, and the citizens are in debt. Right?
It says they will turn on you and take all you have,
Right.
while you stand trembling and helpless.
Right, yeah. And see, and see, now that's gonna be what? The time of what? Of famine, right? Race wars. People are gonna go into these stores and plunder these stores. And gonna take all these different things, and it's gonna, and for the lack of bread, they shall invade one another, man. Right?
It says, verse 8, "Because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you.
Right, yeah.
You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence.
Right.
What sorrow awaits you who build big houses."
Right, because with them bringing that military is about to fill the town with violence, man. This whole thing shit is about to get violent in these towns, in these cities. So this town is going to be filled with violence, man. And it was filled with violence before that, but it's going to be on a higher level, man. Trump bringing that military like that, and everybody's sitting around like this is normal. Nobody ain't, you know what I mean? The people who are protesting, but then they even want to make it seem like the people who's protesting ain't the real people of Chicago. They say, look at them. These people have backpacks, and these people are and they're really somebody that's getting bust in. Well, regardless of whatever it is, somebody needs to be protesting. This shit is not normal, bro. You're bringing in the military to each single state. So first it was New York. Oh no, wait, it was not New York. It was Washington.
LA.
It was LA. Yeah,
LA.
first it was LA,
And
then
DC.
Washington.
Yeah.
Now you're in Chicago. Now you're talking about going to Memphis.
And
You're talking about going to St. Louis.
Actually, if I may, 9/11, it was New York, and the military has been in New York since 9/11. Then it's LA. But if I'm not mistaken, there's something called posse comitatus, something like that, where the military is not even supposed to be on American shores like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they've just violated it, you know, and Americans is good with it, because what did they say? Take
Yeah, but
away
this is-
my liberties and keep me
Yeah, but
safe.
even when they did that for New York and LA,
Yeah.
it wasn't up in. This is in your in your face what he's
Right.
doing right now.
Blatantly,
He's blatantly in your
yeah.
face what he's doing.
Unnecessary.
But it needs to happen though.
Yeah.
This is all for prophecy's sake, because it's going to be blood in these towns, right? To fulfill prophecy, violence in the city, right? What it says?
Yeah, it says, and filled the towns with violence.
Yeah, fill your town with violence, right? What?
Verse 9, what sorrow awaits you
Mhm.
who build big houses
Uh-huh.
with money gained dishonestly.
Right. See, and that's what you did. You built big mansions and things and buildings. Hey, these are all these things are big houses, big things. You know what I'm saying? You built all these things. Hey, and it's all for naught, man. The Lord is about to destroy you.
You
Right.
believe your wealth will buy security,
Mm-hmm.
putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger.
Right, because you're the elite. That's what it is. They think they can't be touched. We're the elite. Nothing's gonna happen to us. And no, nothing's gonna for those who's actually the elite. They'll be able to go into their bunkers and this and that. But you're gonna get ripped out of your bunkers in that time and have chains slapped on you, and you're gonna clean up your mess. You're gonna
You're going to be thrust into slavery.
you're gonna
man.
be thrust
Head
into
first.
slavery. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Come on.
It says, but by the murders you committed, you have shamed your names and forfeited your lives.
Right? So now you can never be written in the book of life. So what the fuck are we crying over these Edomites for?
I'm not.
Right? The fuck are you crying? The Lord said you can't even be for what you've done, you can't be saved.
You've lived deliciously, man.
Right.
Why is it not time to the bill has come due?
Right.
You know what I mean? You've lived in decadence. You've had the best. You've taken everything. If you didn't have the best, you took it from whoever had it. You squandered it. You
take it and gave nothing.
Man,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you took in a lot of things and gave nothing for it.
Gave nothing. You know what I mean? Like your boy Leonidas, take everything and give them nothing. You live by that creed, man, and it was yours to live by. But now that's coming to a close, and everything that you've taken by the sword is going to be, the scripture says you shall vomit it up. You know what I mean? Everything you've taken, you're going to give back. You know what I mean? And you're going to give back that time. See, that's the one thing that, you know what I mean? You're going to give back that time in slavery, in subjugation, in bondage. You know what I mean? You're going to be miserable now. You're going to be subject to payments. You know what I mean? You're going to have nothing, but you're going to be required to come up with, you know what I mean? Right.
You're going to have nothing, but you're going to be happy.
Right. You're going to dig up that gold. You're going to dig up that silver. You're going to dig up those precious. You're in constant, hey, you want to get outside this planet? Guess what? When we go to the other planets to have different minerals, man, it's going to be you in the bubblehead helmet. Because you ain't going to be able to survive outside of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're going to get out there and do what's necessary, man. You know? Constant, man. Anyway, it says, the very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceiling echo the complaint.
Right, yeah.
What sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption?
Hey, see? That's what you did. You gained this by murder and corruption. Right? Right? You murdered the Indians. Right? You murdered the Mexicans. You enslaved the so-called Negro. You enslaved the natives. Come on, man.
You enslaved your own children when you raped the different women of these other nations, and they had your seed. They were born right into captivity.
Going into that.
You know what I mean?
If he's cruel to himself, who will
right.
Yeah.
Your cruelty.
You got black. You got a little bit of. You got a Negro blood, so you're basically
2%.
Negro.
What was it? 2%.
Yeah. You
know?
got a little Negro blood. Yeah, you didn't even take care of your own children.
Hey, and Esau
the
knows
first
that-
deadbeat dad, huh?
Yeah, Esau
real
knows
deadbeat dad.
that the seed is through the father. So he knew those children that he was searing, or were not, you know what I mean? They were his. They were melanated little Edomites.
Right.
You know, but that didn't mean anything to him. You know?
Let me get, what was your add on that?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can read 13. Yeah, let me finish with 13. It says, has not Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai of heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard,
Right.
but all in vain.
Right, and that's what's about to happen, man. The economy is going to collapse. Everything's going to turn to ashes, and of course, you're going to bring in your digital currency. You go back up to because it goes to clay. Go into that word clay.
Back in Habakkuk 2 and 6. And thick clay. H5671.
Strong's H5671. Avteet.
And
See, but it's really abatya.
Abatya.
Abat. Right, but
And it is weight of pledges,
Right.
heavy debt.
yeah, wait. A pledge is basically like being like a pawn shop. Right? It's like a pawn shop. Because when you go into going back into Deuteronomy, into the law, you put a pledge, like you take a family heirloom. Basically, you couldn't pay something. You basically give the family heirloom, and then you work it off so you get back your family heirloom, right? So it's basically like a pawn shop. That's where they get the idea from for pawn shops from the scriptures, man. They take everything from the scriptures, man. Right?
So root word etymology, H5670. And it's
Strong's
That's right. She
H5670.
can do it. She can do anything.
Abat.
When we come back.
Says to take a pledge, give a pledge for a debt. To take a pledge, give a pledge. To interchange, to cause to give a pledge.
Right? Yeah. So and that's what they do. So ultimately, they're giving you citizens debt, and basically, you have no way to pay it off. So you're gonna have to pay for it with your own selves, with your own bodies, which that's when they're gonna bring in the charagma. Get the Job 9 and 24, I believe.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
No.
That's Job 9 and 24.
No. Oh no, yeah, that was Job 9. It's 30, I believe. It's Job. No, it's 20. Job 20, and
Job 20.
yeah, I believe it's Job 20 when it talks about the wicked, the hands of the wicked should be upon them. Maybe I have to look it up. '20 and 22, yeah. The 20 and 22? Yeah, 20 and 22.
It says Job 20 and 22, and it reads, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, difficult place.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because that's what's about to happen when this thing is about to, because people are complaining about the grocery bills and things. Wait till everything really collapses. You're really gonna be in place of difficultness, and then what? People are not gonna regard their kings and princes. So people are gonna be looking for all these officials. All your they're gonna be headed to these capitals, and some people know where these so-called senators and mayors and governors, they know where they live at. So they're gonna come see you about all these things that you've been doing, because they're gonna know that they've been duped. They've been duped by the dupes, right? They've been tricked, bamboozled, right? They're gonna realize the American dream was really not American dream. It was a fabrication, right? It was a mirage.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Right.
Hey, that's what you Edomites gonna realize, man.
Right.
It says
they're gonna realize, hey, what is it that one guy a while back ago? He got wrestled down at the airport. The white dude. So wait a minute, you're treating me like a black guy. See, you all gonna know what it feels like to be a black guy, right?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna know.
The Apostle DeHart made that video. Hey, you the new N-word.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Man. They're gonna be the new N-words, man. Hey, everybody's gonna hate you.
You're gonna be at liberty to say it. I'm a nigga now.
Now you can use it.
Yeah, now you can use it again. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, every hand you go to the, yeah.
Yep. Hey, it's crazy,
right?
Because I might want to look at that in the, because it doesn't even say it. So now, of the wicked is H6001.
Strong's H6001. A male.
It says a male. It says laborer.
Right. See, that's what's gonna happen. See, people are gonna realize, it was all bullshit. You're gonna realize everything was all bullshit. The American dream, and you're never gonna be able to achieve it. Some people actually got a chance to live it. They had the nice house and the white picket fence. They had that shit for a while. But to have it like that for a long time, and then have it snatched away abruptly to where you're in straits, you're gonna lose your mind, because what they say, when people lose everything, what they lose it, and that's what's about to happen. You're about to lose it, and you're about to come against your oppressors, your rulers, your judges, your presidents. You're gonna like them so much, man.
Sufferer, wretched one.
Right.
Laborer, workman, sufferer.
Right. See, and that's what we're doing. We're suffering. We're sufferers, right? You're suffering. What it says, we're subject to payments, right? Oh, can you get that? Get that. We're subject to payments. Well, I got actually quite a bit. I didn't get to it. I don't know how much scripture. I ain't been going on my list too much. I only did 2 scriptures on the list.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours.
Oh shit! Let me try to go through these. Yeah, subject. Get it, and then I'll really just run through this. Get to my point.
This is Baruch 3 in verse 8, and it reads, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity."
Yeah, see, and we're here. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Indians, you should know that we're in our captivity, man. You can't be fucking worried about Edomite dropping dead. Hey, we die all the time, and nobody gives a damn, man. Right? Matter of fact, I seen a video where a guy mentioned about because they try to say if this was reverse, that everybody being a tizzy, so-called whatever, uprising about this thing, and the dude said that's a lie. Right. He said some black woman got chopped up. I think it was Milwaukee or something. He said
salted the earth with her body.
Yeah, he chopped her up in a bunch of pieces and spread the black woman all over Milwaukee, and it was a white man that killed her, and nobody said a goddamn thing. See, but we get chopped up and killed, nobody got nothing to say. But see, now we're supposed to move, but we get it because that's part of the thing. The curse, when the Lord said that he put a mark on Cain, and if you touch Cain, people get uprise. They uprise about them putting hands on Cain, right? Even though he's Kwayan, he's the weapon. Everybody gets in a fucking tit about about this weapon who kills everybody, and then that's when they get the, well, it's not the, guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? But
The weapon kills people.
right, hey, yeah, but see, and that's the whole thing now. They ignore that you're the fucking hammer of the whole earth, man. They ignore that shit.
Hey, what's the scripture? How's the hammer of the whole earth broken asunder?
Well, that's what's gonna happen, but they
That's
they
coming.
forget that.
It's
A lot of
already in
people
the
forget
process.
that. Yeah, he's about to be broken in the shivers, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Right?
It says, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse to be subject
Yeah, we're
to
all around the
payments.
whole world, man. And the main place is here. We're subject to payments here in America, Babylon the Great. And you never realize that until you're here. Matter of fact, I was watching a video where a so-called black woman moved to, where she moved to? Japan or somewhere. She moved out of the country, but they decided to move back to America. And she was like, oh my God. She said, I never realized how oppressed we were in America because it was, everything was payment. She's like, I had to pay for this and I had to pay for that, then I had to pay for this and I had to pay. She was like, she said she packed her family up and moved back. You know,
Smart.
but see, the thing is, we never lived anywhere outside of here, so we think we got it good. I'll take the one in the blue.
No, I got that.
You got the one in green. Yeah, you got the one in
You got that.
Yeah, you got the one in green. You said why? You just said it was
That was the same. Yeah, both
You got the green. Yeah, you got the green.
No, I got both of them. Both of them.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't realize where you at because you never been out of this place, man. So you think you're good, man. You so-called black Hispanic, you think you're good, man, and you're not. You don't realize you're oppressed here in this place. We're this day in our captivity, man. Right? Like,
according to all the iniquities of our fathers,
right,
which departed
Uh-huh.
from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
yeah, that's why they're about to put us in this condition, man. We started worshiping other gods, started doing all these different things. So the Most High had to show us, man. He put us under the bases of men, man. Showed us how it felt, how the Most High felt, that we're worshiping rocks and stones, and put us under the bases of men, which is a so-called white man, right? He don't know how to act. He don't know how to rule. He don't know how to be a ruler. You know, you're ruling, but you're in ruling, you decide to make GMO fucking food. Come on, bro. That doesn't make no sense. I gotta buy, the water's messed up, so I gotta go buy water, but then even the water's messed up because the water's filled with plastic. Bro, you don't know how to rule, bro. Then you just hear the verse that we read. We said a prudent man or is good to his animals, but the ways of the wicked, his righteousness is cruel, man. Right? Show you your righteous. Here's some water. Here's some bottled water.
In a plastic bottle.
Right. When everything used to be glass. Remember when we were kids, it was all glass. It was good.
Basically made out of
The
petroleum.
the milk was in glass. That shit was good. And you know when it get cold coming from that glass, oh man.
It didn't have
It
all the
tastes so-
antibiotics and
man.
steroids in there because now they want the cow to produce 24/7. So the cow has no gestation period, no time to take
rest.
a break and rest. It's
Even the
just
land
constant, right?
Sabbath. You don't even hold the
None of
land
it.
Sabbath, man.
None of it. You know what I mean? It's all about greed. You know what I mean? He's in a perpetual, constant state of greed. It's all you.
But yeah.
Showing signs of desperation.
Shit, you're right.
Desperation. Desperation.
No,
Be a
that
real
show you know
desperate.
that was.
Be a real
I think
desperate.
that little old gray lady. You know, I know you're a little old, but you didn't say that. That was desperation. Right? But right.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, but yeah. Let me get Jeremiah 50.
Just go through some of them.
Jeremiah 50:8. If you get to 50, 51, Jeremiah 51:8. Yeah, we can make it.
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 8, and it reads, beginning at 7,
Oh.
Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai's hand, that made all the earth drunken.
Right.
The
right.
nations have drunken of her wine.
Right.
Therefore, the nations are mad.
Right, and that's what's about to happen, man. All these nations are about to be mad. They're going to be upset because what? The economy is going to collapse. Everybody's money is interwoven with this American dollar and this American dream, and everybody's they're going to be mad, man. Everybody's going to not be in a good estate, man. Right? Especially when they realize this, the things that you told them. You said, hey, look, all we got to do is put these Israelites in slavery. We could dope them up, right? We could put all these different things in them. Because even China, right? You brought in the thing because they had the China white. Remember that? China white. You had France, right? That's why you're collapsing, because you brought in what is it, the French? What's it called? The French Connection. You brought in coke. All your coke and shit came from over there, man. Some of the poppy fields and shit from China and shit to basically destroy Jake, man. Right?
I was getting this word for mad. I'm not sure what they got going on here. To make a fool of, make into a fool, to act madly, act like a madman.
Yeah. That's what they did. They made him a fool. Yeah. Makes sense. Because you made a fool out of these people, man. You made them look stupid. They believed in all you had to do is just put these Israelites in slavery, and everything's gonna be okay. They ain't gonna wake up. But to contrary belief, and we woke up.
Spent billions of dollars to prevent that disawakening.
Yeah, we woke up. We know we the Israelites now, right? So now everything is collapsing, right? It's not gonna work. Even once you implement the digital, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work the way it's gonna look like you're working. That's why I said, in the fullness of the sufficiency, we read that, right? Right? That's when the wicked is gonna come against you. You're gonna be, oh shit, man, to push the charagma, everything's good. The fullness of everything seems like it's working. Your Palantir is gonna be working. Everybody's gonna be in a surveillance. People gonna be a lot of these motherfuckers gonna be in obedience. It's gonna look like it's working. But then
storehouses.
Yeah.
Fullness of his efficiency.
Yeah.
You know?
Then boom. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like you thought.
Keep talking.
That's the one that had the silver car. But
it says, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be,
right, and that's what they want to do.
May be healed.
They wanted to heal this place, Babylon, which is the daughter of Babylon, which is America. They want to heal it, but look, it can't be healed. It's done. Right? They laughing at France collapsing, but this place is next. They're gonna laugh at it, and that's just a prelude about how France is going broke and how this guy Kirkland is dropped dead. That's all a prelude to your white supremacy, man.
Collapsing.
It's all gonna collapse. What?
Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right, yeah, this place ain't gonna get healed. Even when you implement the digital, it ain't gonna be healed.
Forsake her.
Yeah, forsake her, man. Keep going.
And let us go every one into his own country.
And see, and that's where it is. When the nations are mad, they're gonna go into their own countries, and then they're gonna shoot missiles on this place.
Yeah.
Right?
For her judgment it reacheth unto heaven,
right,
and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah. So them when them bombs go off, man. Hey, that mushroom crowd is gonna scroll up. It's gonna be like a scroll, unrolling up to the heavens, man. And they show you on some of those illustrations from the original Fat Man and Little Boy to the capability of what they have now, and I believe it's like Mount Everest or whatever that thing is gonna reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big,
you know, they show
Mount
the
Everest
different
is pretty
levels
huge.
of detonation
the
and the maximum. Yeah.
Was it the aftermath?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And America's gonna get pelted with so many missiles. It's just astronomical. 200 million missiles.
Man.
You know, hey. And it shoot.
Ain't no coming back.
Ain't no coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Most High is going to show you the true definition of overkill.
Yeah. Let me get Revelations 14.
We want Revelations what?
14.
And what?
Was it 5?
Revelations 14 and 8.
Yeah.
And it reads, and there followed another angel saying,
Right.
Babylon is fallen, that great city.
Right, this place, America, it's a great city. You got great military, you got all these great things. Hey, but look, hey, it ain't gonna work too much longer. It's about to collapse, man. Right? And then the nuclear missiles are gonna get shot on this place, right? Because people are they're gonna feel like they got fooled, right? They said they're gonna feel stupid, right? Supporting you, right? And that's main one is China. Japan, they're gonna feel because I believe China used to have the bulk of America's debt, but I think it's different now. Now it's reversed. Now Japan has the bulk of America's debt, but China still has a great bulk of America's debt.
China's
So you're gonna
selling
feel you're gonna feel like a fool. But you can't sell it off that. You can't sell, you guys, they got so much of the debt they can't, you ain't gonna be able to sell it off. So when they all collapse, it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect you big. Right? Go ahead.
It says, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Right, see, because the Lord's gonna see all nations, see, and that part of that is you, China. You're gonna feel that wrath of the Most High's indignation, man. Because of your fornicating with her, going into that business term, they're in bed together, right? Talking about the business, the commerce, the trading, the merchants, right? You trading merchandise and this and that, and slaves, right? Trading these things, slave wages, right? Right? You took the companies and things that would have made American life decent and put it over there and gave it to them for slave wages and built them up, and for payback they bought a lot of your debt, but they're gonna pay for it. They're gonna feel like a fool for thinking everything was gonna be okay, for thinking these Israelites are always gonna stay asleep. Go ahead. You went to 9?
It says, verse 9, and the heading is Doom for Worshippers of the Beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Right. Right, yeah. See, going into the Karagma, man. Right? Because that's what's about to happen. They're gonna have to push. They're gonna have to push forth the Karagma in order to try to bounce back, in order to have an ordinance society. Right? It's gonna be the new normal. Them being able to control everything, for them to actually have that ability to be God, so to speak. And it ain't gonna benefit you, right? It's not gonna benefit you the way you think it's gonna happen, the way you think it's gonna benefit you. You're actually gonna be in straits, right? And the fullness of your sufficiency of everything working, the full surveillance, everybody's in compliance. And if you're not, you're at the you're getting rehabilitated or your head chopped off, right? You're getting taken to concentration camps. So everything's gonna be seeming like it's working, it's running right on path. But as soon as you put your hands on the Lord's anointed, the Lord said, touch none of my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. As soon as that happens, you are about to be in straits, man. What?
Says the same, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
Yeah, see?
Which
That's why the nations are mad, man. Because now they're going to realize, damn, you said everything was going to be okay. Going back to Psalms 83. You said, let's just have this confederacy and everything's going to be okay. We were going to have these Israelites and they were going to be, and they were going to wake up, bro. You told us that. Now they're feeling stupid. Now they're feeling stupid because it ain't working out the way you said it was going to work out. Right? But
which is poured out without mixture.
hey, see, the Lord ain't finna hold back. The Lord's about to take off them gloves, man. Right? Because Esau's about to take off the gloves on Jake. So now the Lord's going to say, hey, oh, you took off the gloves with my people? Now I'm going to take off the gloves with you. The Lord said, I'm not going to meet you as a man. He's finna take off the gloves, man. Right?
Into the cup of his indignation.
Right.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Done. We get 2 Ezra 15 and 43.
Second Ezra 15 and 43, and it reads, and they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid.
That's the missiles, man. Right? Going into Job 2, right? That they should not miss their ranks. None of them shall leave their ranks, right? Going into the missiles, man. Right? Go ahead. I got you.
They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven.
That's that mushroom cloud, right? Yep, there you go.
And all they that be about her shall bewail her.
Right, yeah, and that's these other nations, because they're gonna look at all that money they can make. They, you know, this was that commerce society. All they did was consumer society, debt society, right? A bot yacht,
money spigot.
right? Right? Just a debt society. Everybody got rich, right? But
it says, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear.
Yeah, they're gonna wipe this place away, man. Right? The missiles are gonna wipe this place away. But
and thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
Right? China, Japan, you're the hope of the hope of Babylon. Right? You did almost all the trading. Right? Even these drones, the machines, the drones that they about to use on Jake. You can go back to the 80s where they had the first robot and it had Honda across it. That was China. Came up with the robot. I don't know if it's China or Japan, but one of them. No, is it Honda Japan or China? Japan, right? Yeah. China and Japan. You helped create these robots, right? You brought in the like I said, you had the China white. You brought in the Coke, right? So you're a partaker. You're a partaker in that thing and destroying the Lord's people, man. Right? What?
And art the glory of her person.
Yeah, see,
you're
the glory of her person, because that's where every citizen can kind of live almost like a king, right? Because you could buy a bunch of cheap shit and live pretty decent, right? You have the little machines, you got the little ice machines, and you got the air fryers and the fucking things, and you could almost live. I believe even. Was it DoorDash? I believe China runs that. So, you know, showing you that people could just get their thing, and people live like they're kings, man.
They are at the forefront of most technology. China is.
Right, you know but they bring it here because that's where the consumer nation and everybody here can live, so-called have part of that American dream, where you can feel like a king, but it's to blind your mind to what's really going on, that you're really oppressed.
Yeah.
But that's this place. As long as they can have bread and circus and things, they don't really feel oppressed. As long as they can buy shit off Amazon, they don't feel oppressed. Right? Doing the CV-19. Oh yeah, that's another thing you're a partaker in. The CV-19. You push that. You know how many people died in the CV-19? You're a partaker in that, man.
It says, verse 47, woe be unto thee, thou wretch.
Yeah, you're just a wretch, man. You're not worthy to be saved, right? You're gonna get condemnation or recompense right along with this whore, right along with America.
Yeah, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom,
right?
That they might please and glory in thy lovers.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So you what you have? They have parliament now. They have their so-called things and the parliaments and prime ministers, and you deck yourself like you're part of these Americans. You wear suits like a fucking Edomite and all this other shit. So you make your people like to be like these Edomites. Matter of fact, they even got those slogans like how Jake be having these Issacharites, the Northern Kingdom, about how make the blood pure, be with the white. They even China. I was listening to a thing. The dude was saying even they have that thing about get away from the dark ones. Make sure you try to make them white.
Yeah.
That's why they don't show the real dark, actual Chinese people. You wouldn't even know that there were dark Chinese people by the way they show these movies and the way they show this stuff.
Right. Because you are the children of Lot.
Right.
Or Lot.
Yeah, Lot.
Yeah. Moab and Ammon.
Right.
Lot was Abraham's nephew.
Right.
Which meant he would have come from the same stock with, hey.
Dark-skinned people, melanated people.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah. I was getting around the long way.
Right.
Which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee.
Yeah, they love the Edomites, man. They love the so-called white. They can't wait to and that's all this making money. Merchandise, making this thing, doing the things, selling things, doing these things together, and ultimately what? To oppress the Israelites.
Esau has desired to get into that China market for, a long time. That goes way back.
Right.
Because, China's what, 1 billion plus people strong? You know what I mean? Just like East India actually has the bigger population, but either way, both of them, man, massive populations of people that spend money.
Right. That's why they're partakers in that. Even this gender shit. Said China made the first robot that could have a baby. Man, you're a partaker. That's some bugged out Edomite shit, man. But that's just it shows you that you made yourself, you made your daughter like unto them, unto Babylon, man. Right? What? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go down, no. Down to 40. Down to 40.
It says, verse 48, thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions, therefore saith
and her what? And
the Most High. And her inventions.
And inventions, the micro it. Right? Because that's the whole thing with the Taiwan thing.
Yeah.
That's what's about to push and be implemented throughout the whole world. Because of Taiwan, and you're implemented into that, pushing that throughout the whole entire world, right along with the CV-19. Which was
man upright, but he sought out many inventions.
Right, which was a trial run, and you helped them with that trial run, which you're gonna help them with pushing the Karagma, because that's why they're modeling everything after China, right? Because of the social credit scoring China has, the way China has cameras everywhere, right? The surveillance, because China's already in a surveillance state, right? So, so that's you're making right with this whore, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction,
and some ICBM missiles, because we like you said, the dead men switch, whatever. Once those all get shot off, hey, Even China's going to get hit with missiles. Everybody's going to, all these countries are going to the intercontinental ballistic missiles will be used. And it's part of prophecy, right? The Lord said he created the smith to blow off the coals, and it's going to blow, right?
Created the waster.
He created the waster to destroy it, right? And that's what's about to happen, man. The waster is about to get the wasted, man. And that's these Edomites, man. He's the son of perdition, man. And you have made yourself one unto the son of perdition, which means you got to be destroyed. Which those missiles will come and hit you. You're going to go through famine, death, and pestilence right along with America, showing that this thing is going to be a thing that's implemented throughout the whole world, this micro C hit. Right? That was 50, Jeremiah, we'll go back to Jeremiah 51 and 48. Hold on.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 48.
Uh-huh.
Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be happy that this place is destroyed, right?
For the spoilers shall come unto her.
Yeah, the missiles
from the north.
Right.
From
the Meeks, Russia, gonna send those missiles, right? Keep going.
Verse 49. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall.
Right, see? And that's through these drugs, through the being in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, all this different, being subject to payments, all these different things that you nations are partakers in too. You're gonna be destroyed, right? That's why you're mad. You didn't know that the Israelites are gonna wake up, and now all you nations gotta get destroyed. Right? Go ahead, man.
So at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Ye that have escaped the sword.
Right, being it's going to get wiped out completely. The slain of all the earth. Talking about it will be a desert, right? It ain't going to come back. It's going to be the slain of all. Out of all the nations, missiles are going to hit these other nations, but it ain't going to be like Babylon. Babylon's going to be completely slain, right? Done, right? Go ahead.
Ye that have escaped the sword, go away.
Yep, that's
stand
the elect.
not still. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let your Jerusalem come into your mind.
Right, that's dealing with the elect, man. Right? And that's what we're doing in this time. Can you get the Revelations 3 and 16, and then that'd be it.
Revelations 3 and verse 16, and it reads, So then, because thou art lukewarm.
No. 13, 16. My bad. I said 3. 13, 16. My bad.
Revelations 13 and verse 16, and it reads.
Oh, that was a good one too, though, if you think about it, because a lot of people are lukewarm. You're going to be spewed out of the mouth. So that's even America, because. Can you read that real quick? Go back to that, and then go to that 13. Matter of fact, might as well. Because that's America, because they try to act like they're Christians, right? And you're not really Christians. What up, brother? How you doing? You're not really Christians. You don't really serve the God of the Bible, right?
Revelations 3, beginning at 15, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
Right, see? And that's this place, man. You're not cold nor hot, right?
I would that thou wert cold or hot.
Right, see? Because this place is what? Field of wickedness, man. Right? And then they try to be in the thing, because that's what this Charlie Kirk, he was supposed to be a Christian, right? Mm-hmm. So, love, right?
Except Palestine.
And you niggas.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to Palestine.
And niggas.
Hey, kill women, children, anything moving.
Right.
In the name of Christianity.
In the name of Christianity,
and
show you niggas ain't nothing. What about Chicago? What about Chicago?
Right.
What about Chicago?
What about Flint, Michigan?
What about the water? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, hey, it says verse 16, so then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot,
Uh-huh.
I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Right, and that's what's going to happen to America and 2/3 of the Lord's people, man. You're about to be spewed out of the mouth of the Lord. You're going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great because you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You try to say that you're Christian, but your mouth say it, but your heart is far from the Most High, man. So you're going to be spewed out, man. Right? But
Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Charagma, Crocs, grapho, right? Charagma, meaning a physical thing to be put into you, a physical mark, right? Which is going to be placed in you, right? Through the Karax, which is the delivering system, and the grapho will have all the records, the information, right, on the what they call a motherboard, right? It will have all your information. When you get swiped, it'll come up so and so born at such and such date at such and such time at such and such hospital, blah 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 blah. Your banking information, your credit score, your your carbon footprint, and all that, whatever else these devils try to make you responsible for, and say what you can do and what you can't do, right? You know.
Or in their forehead.
Right, in your forehead, they already got the what's his name? Elon Musk. Elon Musk's brain
There's
chip.
actually another company as well that's even further
More advanced than Elon.
yeah.
I think I've seen that one. I don't know the name though.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of them. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. And I don't know how you other Israelites can read this and come up with everything but that it's not given to you.
Right, because if you go to Daniel's 12, it tells you the end, and Michael shall stand up for his people, and then it's going into the end, and then it goes into what? Knowledge shall increase, and you should be able to go to and fro. They understand that. There's cars, there's planes, you're going to and fro, but what knowledge has increased? The digital thing. Matter of fact, so far much that AI can be autonomous and it learns on its own. It just so the knowledge that's increasing with AI is
exponential.
What's it? What? How does it? It's infinite.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah,
or eternal.
and it's learning exponentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
right.
And the thing is,
knowledge
Esau
increasing.
keeps having to stifle its growth because it's steady.
It would just take over.
Looking at Esau like, hey,
he's the
you're
problem.
the plague, man.
Yeah,
you're
he
the
is the
issue.
problem.
You're the problem.
Right, because
and everything.
Yeah, matter of fact, Jake, I'm gonna try to do a lesson on that. Jake say he put into Chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
If he was ever to come down from heaven, what people would he become? And the Chat GPT said, I would be a black man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I watched
He said,
that one.
you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said I will be a black man because what? They did a lot of suffering and different things, and love, true love, come from actually suffering.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
and the so-called black people, it mentioned how we're forgiving. How did the computer knows that? It's so far advanced, it knows that we've suffered and we forgave.
Right.
And then at the end of the time, hey, the Lord is going to have to judge you for that.
And that's how you know the difference between us and the imposters. Right, because if there was actually a hollow hoax that happened, they would have empathy for another people in whom their land they're just, you know what I mean, consuming and overtaking. But you can see in Esau Edom in these damn small hats, there is no empathy.
No, that's it.
No, it ain't. He's the Uber driver. You missed that one. So, hey, continuing on, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
And that's the fourth beast system, the Roman Greco Empire that shall return, the one with the deadly wound. See, that's it. The one with the deadly wound that shall return. No, see, he's there both going together.
And his number is 600, 306.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 306, right? Yeah. 1 is 666, right? That's on these barcodes, which that's going to be within you. You're going to be part of the, what do they call it? The international, how the thing?
Something of all things.
The Internet of All Things, yeah.
Internet of all things.
Yeah, you're part of the Internet of All Things. But I was talking about the international barcode thing. How it go? International monetary code. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Because it's going to be international. That's when you're going to be part of the universal basic income, right? Right. Going into the Novos Ordo Seclorum. So yeah, with all that, yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it. Yeah. So hopefully you were edified. Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Yeah. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to your sisters, your Achwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader. We are the Arizona Desert Trumpets. Hopefully you were edified. And we like to say, Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Come Yasharallah.